I just want to say that what feels different to me now, especially after the pandemic hit and after we personally like wrote a lot of material and really were getting behind it and putting it out in the world, you start to feel part of the community. And that's really a lovely thing. You know what I mean? Like for a long time, it didn't feel like we belonged anywhere. And now I feel like we belong everywhere, and we go everywhere and we see everything we can see. And I feel like that's really happening. I mean, probably has happened for a long time in the music community, but it feels stronger now that everybody's like, oh my God, everybody can play music again and everybody can go out and see music. And it feels like in some ways the pandemic was the gift of that, which is like, I missed it so much. I missed seeing shows. I missed supporting my friends. And that people are just able to have that experience now, which I think is pretty special, you know? And I know I'll never take it for granted again, you know? So that feels pretty cool to me. And that's one of the reasons I'm really excited to play with you, Cindy, at Icehouse, because being outdoors, we'll get to be outside in that beautiful courtyard. It's an earlier show, which I do think is something for people, at least who come to see our band. Like they don't want to stay up until 11 to see a show. They would like, if they can see something at 7 or 8, that feels really good to them. And so that's also a way of we're creating community in Minneapolis, is just like, hey, let's actually have early shows too, you know, in addition to the late shows, because people have need for those as well. But Cindy, I have such respect for your songwriting and for your the energy you have on stage. And I'm really excited because I think our bands are matched in terms of that. Like how much, like you're so generous. You're such a generous performer. And I feel like the energy of our bands is really similar isn't quite the right word, but like kind of in a way, like
compatible,
absolutely. Yeah. Compatible. So I'm very excited about that.
Well, my you know, I had seen footage of you playing when you played at Hi-Fi Hair, and I was just entranced, and it's like I have to see her play. And what I love about you specifically, I mean, your band also follows suit, but you have such a lyrical, like, physicality with your body, and it, you know, and it's like the band kind of revolves around that. I mean, there's just like, there's this special energy that's so so unique, and so, you know, you just can't take your eyes off you, you know, because there's a lot. It's like there's your, you know, your songs, and, you know, your songs would work if you just stood there and sang them, but you don't. And so you deliver them to the people with just this, you know, like, I just, you know, you're obviously a dancer, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean, you can just tell, because it's, you know, you can just tell the music just comes out of all of you, you know, your whole body. And Kari is over there rocking away, and then, you know, the other two guys, and it's like, it's just really, it's so fun to watch, and it's so uplifting.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that word, uplifting. That's a really great. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for that.
No, I fully agree.
Yeah.
And I think what is, were you going to say something, Krista?
No, go ahead.
I think another thing that feels compatible, and you came up with this language, which I thought was so great, Cindy. That day we were trying to figure out, like, what can we say about, like, why you should come see the show. And I haven't seen it yet in print, so I don't know if it's ever going to get used. So I want to say here that you said we were lyrically mercenary. And I think that is awesome. And I agree with you. And I think that's also why we're super compatible. And I'm so excited to, like, play with you because of that. Like, I love that, you know, so.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, you would hope that music being written by women over a certain age would have that much more intelligence and, you know, insight and everything like that. And I just feel like we're, you know, two peas in a pod. I mean, you know, just we have to call it like we see it, you know.
Yeah, I love that too. I love that. I love that. And your album sounds amazing. Like it's everything is just really good. I'm very excited. So Icehouse, Saturday, July 9th.
Yeah.
The doors are at like 5, so you can come eat food, but the show starts at 7. Music starts at 7. And I think we have to wrap up by 9. So we'll figure out, you know, like how long each person's set is going to be, you know. But
yeah.
About that.
No, it's going to be a great show. Fingers crossed for beautiful weather, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've seen many shows at Icehouse, but have never had the chance to play there before.
Great.
Ooh, well, that'll be fun. I loved going to the outdoor shows there last summer, so I'm really excited. The two of you are great indoors, but I also feel it's going to carry well outdoors as well, in just that beautiful courtyard. It's going to be such a great night of music. I'm excited.
And I want to shout out to all the venues who are able to pivot. Like, you know, not every venue could do that, but like all the venues that were able to pivot to outdoor shows, like Palmer's and Icehouse, and I think now Fun and the Hook and Ladder. Like the way that our music community provides for its populace is amazing. And all like Lower Town Sounds and the Groovin' in the Garden and all these things with the Minneapolis Downtown Council and MMC, all that stuff. Like they're making like people here love music and they want to make it happen for the musicians and for music lovers. Like I think it's pretty cool the way we try to take care of each other like that. I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, Minneapolis was basically the music place, you know, known for its music. And I think the joke was that, you know, it's so cold here in the winter, there's nothing else to do but just get together and play music. Well, and then the pandemic comes along, and like you said, the pivot to outdoor shows, it's like now we're kind of accepting that, you know, maybe we can play outside until September or October, you know. I mean, let's not be afraid of our weather, although, you know, our weather is something to be afraid of sometimes, but yeah, no, I also, you know, Annie, you were talking about the community, the music community, and I agree. It's just, it's a great, accepting, good community to be part of. Yeah. You know, I felt really welcomed by it as well. And there's just so many places to play too. So.
And also I also want to shout out to Hi-Fi Hair and Records too. That's one of my favorite venues. It's just like somehow the triangle in that alley, like you set up in that triangle and sort of like it's like its own megaphone or something, and it's amazing. And yeah, there's just so many people go see music and love music and play music, and it's a music town. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So Icehouse, July 9th. It's a Saturday, music at 7, come have dinner, get some beautiful drinks, see some badass bitches.
Yeah.
Calling it like it is.
Yes, do it. I'm excited for that show. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great lineup.
Yes, that should be pretty awesome. Let's see, talking about other shows, the Friday after that, I'm going to be playing with bands that are on the Rumbar Records label. So the Dogmatics, which were a Boston band in the 80s. They were a garage band, and I guess they were pretty infamous back then. And they've reunited and they're touring. And so we're playing, my band's playing on a bill with them, and also BB Galini, with Georgia and Travis. So yeah, so that's another one that's coming up that should be good as well. And that's at the Amsterdam, another place that I've never played before. So that's kind of exciting.
That's great. And we're going to go on tour at the end of July. So
Nice.
we're going to Colorado. So look at the website, and if you have friends in any of the places we're playing, please send them to the venues.
Oh, fun. I've been wanting to do I want to go to Red Rocks, but now I want to go see Annie and the Bang Bang in Colorado. I can't think of anything better.
Are you going to be playing in Boulder?
We had a gig in Boulder and it fell through. So now I'm just like scrambling, trying to get another one. We're going to play in Jamestown, Denver, Fort Collins, and another one in Fort Collins. So we've got like a house show and a few things at bars, and then this great place called Jamestown Mercantile, which is like you go up into the mountains. And I think it's a little town that has like a church, a school, an auto mechanic shop, and a restaurant. And it's so great.
Lovely.
And they hardly ever get rock and roll there. So the first time we ever came there, like they passed the hat. Like you sing for your supper, but they passed the hat and we made like $500. We're like, holy shit, this is amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So it's another community that just loves music, and so happy to have it.
So you've been there before?
Yes. We were, before the pandemic, we had toured to Colorado every summer for I think 3 or 4 years, or 3 years at least. Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah. I love it there. We stay in one place and then we satellite around. And that's why our first album that we released in 2021 was called Loveland, is because we stayed in Loveland, Colorado, and wrote
nice.
the songs in that place. So that was great.
So has the trailer gotten fixed yet?
No. We had to leave it there on the lawn of Trompeau Hotel. Woohoo, love Trompeau. And then we have this friend named Don there, who I thought he was just gonna like send me some names of people. He's like, I'm gonna meet up with these guys on Friday. We're gonna see what we can do about the trailer. I'm like, dude, you're going above and beyond. Like, I love him. I love that community. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be, hopefully it's salvageable, and we'll see. But
that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, fantastic. Thank you both for joining me, and so excited to see you all in person and live, outdoors, indoors, maybe in Colorado. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Krista. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Annie.
Awesome. Thank you so much.